Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation, and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. Let go of negative thinking and stop living for the weekend. With your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, Mindset Coach, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out your own way and live a life that you love. So today I am talking all about how to set goals that actually work for you. So how many of you actually set goals? Do you set goals in your business or your life? Or do you kind of just wing it and hope for the best? What even is a goal, really? Well, the definition of a goal is the object of a person's ambition or effort, an aim or desired result. Okay, but I think it's much more than that. Goals are an intention. Goals are clarity on what you want. Goals are a way to get everything you actually want. And goals are massively making a commitment to yourself. So why do we need them? So putting it simply, those people who set goals are almost 300% more likely to achieve them than those who don't. So I think that's a good enough reason. So there are a million other reasons that I'll go into. Well, obviously not all the millions, but I'll go into a few in more detail. But that's a good enough one to start off the conversation, right? So goals massively help with overwhelm. And overwhelm is something that is one of the top things that people come to me with, because overwhelm causes procrastination, causes inaction, causes you to be stuck. You know, they will help with that if you use them properly. So often when we have a huge goal and we don't go anywhere near it because it's overwhelming, you know, all of these ways of setting goals will help with that. But the funny thing is we tend to overestimate what we can do in a year, but massively underestimate what we can do in 5. So this is where you can start to see the importance of short and long-term goals. So when we go through the process of actually setting the goals, it makes us get really, really clear on what we actually want in our lives and our businesses. So we always have a focus and can always see progress. And focus, having a lack of focus is something massive, huge that people come to me with, you know, because focus, when you can create that, you know what you're doing. Yeah. So many of us go through life not working this stuff out. So is it any wonder that we can wind up unhappy? No progress, no drive, no bigger picture. This can cause us to feel lost and stuck and not getting anywhere fast, right? So goals will give us direction and focus and help us to actually take action on the things that we want to achieve. So the other thing that it does is it also massively helps our brain's natural spam filter. It helps our brains filter out the important stuff that we need to notice. The reticular activating system, I won't get too into it, and I even know surface level stuff. It actually filters out the noise, so to speak, to let us see the most relevant information. So we simply can't take on sights, sounds, images, smells, senses in general that we're bombarded with daily. So we can only take so much of that on, right? So when we tell our brains what is important to us, then it helps to filter out what we need. So it starts to work with us. And when there are so many ways that our brains like to work against us in this game, this is a good trick to use. Make your brain work for you. But you need to tell it what you want to see first, right? So here's an example for you that I've used before. When you see a car that you really like, you're like, oh God, I'd love to have that car. And then you just start seeing that car everywhere. It's because you've told your brain that it's important to you. You've told your brain that you want to see it, you know, and it helps filter out those opportunities. It's like sometimes you decide that you want something and then there's a magazine article or an ad or whatever it may be that is exactly that thing that you wanted and needed, right? You will have had countless examples of this. That's your reticular activating system, okay? So tell it what you want. Yeah. So here are a few of my favorite types of goals to think about, and you'll be able to see which ones can work for you based on kind of how you work. Yeah. So SMART goals. I'll start with the oldie but a goodie. And these types of goals are well known and touted about the place for a reason. So SMART, if you're not sure, stands for specific, measurable, action, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So this is the part where you can break everything down and make it achievable and really make it easy to see the path to get from A to B. So your goal needs to be super specific, really clear, easy to explain. So hopefully that you would be able to tell what it is, but you can explain it to somebody else and they get it, right? Next one, how will you measure? How will you measure that you're on track? So with weight loss, it would be weight loss. You would be looking at the scales. You would be looking at inch loss, that sort of stuff. What are the ways that you can measure that you're on track? So is it achievable? Can you see the steps clearly? Is it something that is actually achievable? Is it realistic? And is it within your control? The bit with realistic and relevant, it needs to be within your control, this stuff. So you can't be making goals that rely on somebody else to do something for you or rely on somebody else to be involved. It needs to be something that you can control yourself. And then finally, set a deadline. It makes the process really structured, easy to follow and easy to keep track of, and can really, really help you break down bigger goals into much more manageable ones. And the reason that you need to set a deadline is it'll push you towards it. Your deadline doesn't have to be hard and fast. It's an aim. Yeah. If you hit it, awesome. If you reassess slightly further down the line, you know what I've actually overestimated. Well, you change it, because then it takes the achievable part out of whack. So is it achievable within this deadline? You can adjust your deadline. It's fluid. So the next one I want to talk about is stretch goals. Ooh. So a stretch goal is kind of exactly what it sounds like. It's a goal that will stretch you, not something that's possible with exactly where you're at and who you are right now. It's not an easy one. It will require work and growth to get you there, learning, which is the fun part, right? So even if you don't hit your goal, you learn so much stuff that the person that you are striving for this goal is not the person that starts with it. So it'll push you, require you to learn new skills or gain new knowledge in order to achieve it. But often this is exactly what I'm saying. When you're talking about stretch goals, people use the quote, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. I freaking love that quote. It's so true. You need to set these things that are going to take you outside your comfort zone, because it's the best place to be. But even if you don't hit the goal for whatever reason, you will still end up in a significantly better place than you were in when you started. And you'll probably be feeling pretty damn awesome, right? So the next one, small goals and short-term goals. I kind of lump these together. Other people don't, but to me, they're the same kind of thing. So these are the super important ones to get rid of the overwhelm gremlin. That lovely, pesky overwhelm gremlin when you're focusing too heavily on the big, huge, scary goal. So when you can set yourself smaller, more short-term goals, and these are really, really great for building in confidence as well. So what this does is more short-term goals, you'll achieve them more quickly. You'll build your confidence and you'll gain momentum towards your big, scary goal. So instead of going, oh, gee, I'm nowhere near it. What was I thinking setting this goal? You'll be saying, check me out. I made a ton of progress in the right direction. I feel awesome. Look at me go. Yeah? So the next one, now, bear with me on the name here. So lifetime goals, or BHAG goals. All right? So the first thing is, this sounds a bit morbid, so bear with me. But what do you want people to say about you at your funeral? What legacy do you want to leave your kids, your grandkids, their grandkids? What legacy do you want to leave? What do you want people to say about you behind your back? Yeah. Knowing the goals you want to achieve in your lifetime will actually help you set your short and long-term goals and make it much more likely for you to achieve these things. Now, the BHAG parts, I bet you're all going, what? Stands for big, hairy, audacious goals. So the big picture, the big plan, the vision of the future that you have for yourself. You know it's a stretch, but you also know it's achievable and drives you in working towards it. Your BHAG goals will often form a big part of your why. So they're great to help you with your visualizations, which you all know that I am a massive, massive fan of. So we also know that they're huge when it comes to being able to get super clear on what you want and help you actually take action on getting them. So helping your brain act as if it's already true, because it can't distinguish between the real and the imagined. And in turn, it'll create much less resistance for you actually taking all action towards it. So BHAGs are the goals that get you out of bed in the morning. It's that big far off goal of, you know what, this is actually achievable for me. I know I'm not going to get it straight away, but I know I'm going to get it. Yeah. So they're the picture of what do you do if money were no object. That will really help you work out what these goals are. They are what drives you and makes you excited. The big, fat, fulfilling goals that if you achieved, you would be over the moon and probably crying big, fat, happy tears. So I'm hoping what you can see here is how goals can really, really help shape our reality, can help us massively with focus. It can give us a real sense of focus and purpose and help us get to exactly where we want to be. We can set hourly, daily, weekly, yearly goals and everything beyond that. We can start with teeny tiny goals, but the point is to just get started. So you can see how you can tailor these to your life, how you can tailor this to work for you. If you're full of a lack of self-confidence, start with the tiny goals. You'll see the difference so quickly. It doesn't matter what it is. And if you have any questions, just drop me an email on hello@franexcel.com and we can go through that. But if you know you need some more of this in your life, then there are only 4 spots left in the Proactive Pants Mastermind Early Bird, which will get you out of overwhelm, out of procrastination, frustration, and into positive action. It'll give you focus and actually get you moving forward in your business with me in your corner, chief butt kicker and cheerleader extraordinaire. Yeah. So if you know that now is the time to start changing things for yourself and you want to explore this further, have any questions, or you just want some accountability to make sure you're doing the things that you need to, then please do book in a free discovery call. I'll pop the link below so we can see what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the successful business owner that you know you can be. All the details will be below for you, and I hope to see you on the inside. So I hope that was really, really helpful for you. These are really important. We can often feel like, because in the corporate mentality, it's like, what goals are you setting? You know, it has a bit of a negative connotation, but you just need to flip that on its head and reframe it a little bit into how you can make it work for you and how you can get further and closer to all of your dreams and your goals. Because that's it. A goal is just a dream with a deadline. That's all it is. So if you have dreams, you have goals. Just whack a deadline on it. And as always, I will see you next week. Bye.